Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Kusama, or the KSM token. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. Now, let's jump straight into the TA. So we are on the weekly chart for Kusama, and as you can see, we have actually printed a new all-time low. We have actually lost the September 2020 low at $23.50. We've gone below that to 21.74 cents roughly. And as you can see, since that time, we've been pumping for the last 3 weeks. So already we are up around about 41%, which is not bad. Obviously, that's not too bad. I gave you the support trend line in one of the last updates I did for Kusama. I don't remember when that happened, but I remember doing one quite a while ago. And yeah, so that was a great entry point that played out nicely. So off of that entry point, you're up 11%, and you could have been up 18%. So let's start zooming in here and let's see what's going on. So we're going to remove that Fibonacci. We don't need it right now. Obviously, we had that falling wedge and that broke. We broke down from there. And this is the weekly chart, by the way. And the first thing that I would say is that the 20 EMA is going to be our mid-term target, because we haven't seen a retest since April 2022. And that's actually the case for a lot of projects. So I do think a healthy retest of the 20 EMA as resistance is needed, and that will provide us with a great swing trade opportunity, whether you're holding for the long term or you just want to capitalize on some potential trade. I think that is going to be a very strong trade for us. So from where we are right now, that's a 57% move. All right, so I want you to take a look at this diagonal resistance trend line. We've been hitting it ever since August 2022, and now we're on our way with a strong little pump here. Potentially, if we break through that, like I said, the 20 EMA is going to be your major target. Then you have your local low in October, then your local low in September, and then your local or the local highs, I should say, and the local high in August. So this is sort of a stairway challenge for Kusama to get through these highs, right? And after that, you're going to be taking a look and targeting the strong resistance zone that you have over here. So this is going to be your resistance block, the one that you created in February of 2022, and you lost it in May. And we haven't seen any sort of a back test of resistance, and that's very close to the 55 EMA on the weekly. So I would pay close attention to that if you're looking for any sort of a swing trade. We might get to those levels sometime during spring of 2023. And from where we are right now, that could be a 257% move. And off the all-time high, we're actually sitting down, let me get that knob on, 95% down. So I would say these are good prices to be entering Kusama, because not only we're near the all-time low, but we're still 95% down from the all-time high. So these are good prices to start dollar cost averaging at. I could also add another resistance block here, just like that. That's another resistance block, and another resistance block would be over here. And all of these are going to be retested, right? All of these are going to be retested as resistance. We're going to run into them. Potentially, we're going to break them and back test them as support. But if we fail to do that, we're going to see a rejection back down to test our key support levels that we have created. And if those fail, we're back to square zero, because you're back down to these lows. So if the project is strong enough and there is going to be demand, which I think Kusama will have the necessary demand to get back to those all-time high prices. I'm not sure regarding the circulation of the tokens, and are any tokens dumped into the circulation right now, because I haven't really researched Kusama. A lot of projects to research. I don't have enough time to go through all of them, but I will make sure to. Actually, I could actually drop a video on Kusama now that I think of it. It's a pretty interesting project, the canary sister to the Polkadot ecosystem. So I'm definitely going to do something with Kusama, and I was thinking about getting involved because I know it's a great project. It's a necessary project in the Polkadot ecosystem, and I think I'm going to do my research, and it's going to be very interesting. So I'm going to drop that video sometime in the near future, hopefully. So taking a look at the weekly RSI for Kusama, as you can see, we're breaking out of this large falling wedge that we've been in since September of 2021. More than a year, we've been in this falling wedge pattern, and finally we're seeing a breakout here. And this breakout is looking pretty strong. We're going to take a look at the volume indicator on the Binance chart, which actually we could do if we switch over to the Binance real quick. So yeah, as you can see, volume is starting to kick in here for the past 3 weeks. So we may be looking at some sort of a move to the upside, and the volume is doing pretty good near the November 2021 levels, to be honest with you. So this is looking good for Kusama. If the breakout is going to be valid, the volume is one of the indicators that would confirm that. This is the weekly as well. So the weekly stochastic is obviously in the oversold. So this is a very good level to dollar cost average in at. If I move this up to take a look at the MACD. So the MACD has created a bullish cross July 18th. So if we bought back in July, yeah, we're going to be at a loss. So as you can see, the MACD isn't always the best indicator to use unless you use it with other oscillators. And if we take a look at our main oscillator here, which is the RSI, you can see that we're creating a bullish divergence where the RSI is creating a... Actually, this is the... Let me move to the 3-day chart. So on the 3-day chart, as you can see, we're creating a bullish divergence where the RSI is creating a higher low, right? So we have our low here in May, and we have our higher low in November. The opposite is happening on the price action chart, because in June or in May of 2022, we've created a low, and then we went even lower in November. So we're creating a lower low. And this is a bullish divergence. And this is another indicator that's pointing towards the fact that we might see a break to the upside. As you can see, we retested the support block that I put here. So this is a perfect opportunity to be buying into Kusama as long as we are in the realm of this support block. Obviously, we could go lower. There's no telling where the bottom is going to be until we start breaking through the August highs on most of the altcoins and for Bitcoin for that matter. So I think we don't need to guess where the bottom is. We're getting a 95% discount. I think that's as good as it gets. If it gets lower, then obviously just buy in, right? You don't need to ask anyone whether it's a good buying opportunity. You need to know the project is going to be sustainable over the long term. You need to know that the team is very strong behind the project. If those tick a box, then obviously you're gonna see some good profits in the next bull market. And I think Kusama is one of those projects, but obviously I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research. So you have multiple resistance levels above you. If we want to go through some of the support levels, then we really can't do anything here because we haven't been this low. If we go even lower, there's no data there to analyze. We can't see what the swing highs and the swing lows were. What we could do is we could drop a Fibonacci retracement, but I'm pretty sure we reached the 1.618 target. Yeah, we reached the 2.272. So really, if we start getting even lower, then we can't really know what's going to be happening here. What we could do is we could wait for this move to print its local high, right? And if we start dropping, we can actually drop the Fibonacci retracement, right, and see what the potential 1.618 target would be down here. But we don't have the high to do that, right? We need the high here. So until that happens, we can just start dollar cost averaging. In my opinion, this is not a financial advice, but if I was getting into the project, these are the prices that I would be eyeballing. Anyway, thank you all for watching the video. If I missed out anything important on the charts, please let me know down below in the comment section. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. Feel free to check out my Patreon linked down below in the description, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.